Hello YouTube and welcome to another Techsloth video. This time I'm going to compare the brand new HTC One M9 with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Yes, it's an S5 and not the brand new S6. I don't have yet an S6 here, but I still think there are a lot of people with the Samsung Galaxy S5, and now after maybe a whole year they're wondering, should I switch, should I upgrade or maybe downgrade to an HTC One M9, and this is a video for you guys. I personally would not recommend switching from Samsung Galaxy S5 to the new HTC One M9, but let's do this step by step. First of all, yes, HTC and Samsung are going different ways here. HTC has always got this aluminium full body here. It's a nice design, nice material, really a well-built phone here. This M9 got a really great quality. And if you like the look and if you want to go aluminium, you have to go with the HTC if you want to go Android. Samsung is giving us again this polycarbonate stuff. It just feels a lot of plastically, rubbery. Yes, it's okay built. There is a difference here and there in the build quality, but I don't know, but the Samsung Galaxy S5 just feels cheaper. With the M9 you got this whole block, it feels nice in your hand, but overall this is design, this is feeling in your hand, this is a totally personal opinion here. You have to figure out for yourself what you prefer, which design, what feels better in your hands. From the feature, both devices got their buttons on the side, no on-off button on top. And on the S5 you can switch the back cover, you can exchange the battery. This is one huge advantage here. You can just grab a spare battery, exchange the battery after 2 years and have a brand new battery in the device. On the other side, the M9 is full aluminium and it's built and it's closed, no chance. And another thing is a headphone jack, and on the S5 as on the top. I really like this. I really like headphone jack on top. You've got also infrared on the M9 also on the top here, but the headphone jack on the M9 is on the bottom. And one thing, the S5 is still waterproof, so really waterproof. Last year this was a big thing, this waterproof thingy. The M9 is not waterproof, and after 1 year of usage I have to say this lid on top of the USB port here on the Samsung, yes, I opened it a couple of 100 times and it still is on the device. Last year I would have bet everything that it will fall off after a couple of months. And maybe one last thing, you got a real home button on the S5, and you can add wireless charging here just for your guidance. Then next step. So what about the displays? Both devices come with full HD resolution, but we got different display technologies. The M9 got IPS, the Samsung got AMOLED. Viewing angle, brightness, contrast is on both devices great. Maybe the Samsung device got the brighter colors, but in brightness and outdoor usage are both devices fine. And the pixel density on both devices, full HD is still enough. So you got on both devices great and fantastic displays no matter what. Next category are the speakers, and the HTC One M9 got two wonderful front-facing speakers and the S5 got only a mono speaker on the backside. And no question, the HTC M9 wins this category. We got two fantastic front-facing speakers, the best speakers on any smartphone, even better than on the HTC One M8, and they are just great. Two speakers front-facing, great quality. And the S5, only one speaker on the backside, has no chance at all. But keep in mind and ask yourself, do you need speakers on your phone? Are you using them really? Or are you just using headphones on the go or even at home? Or are you really watching a TV show or a whole movie on your smartphone? Or do you use a tablet for this one? So, but the clear winner speaker quality is the HTC M9. Next category should be the camera. And the HTC One M9 got finally rid of the ultra pixel camera on the backside. We got a normal 20 megapixel sensor from Toshiba, while the S5 got its normal 16 megapixel 30 megapixel sensor. And I have to say, the picture quality of the M9 is better than on the M8, but it's still not fantastic. You need a lot of light, then you can make decent photos, and the video quality is not that good. The S5 records videos in 4K quality and also, of course, full HD, but it makes overall the better pictures, the better voice recording, and the better videos. For your normal just point and shoot camera, the S5 is way better than the M9. And on the front side, now we got ultra pixel on the M9, which do really, not really, but they are the best selfies in darkness. In total darkness, you still get not a nice selfie, but you can still see yourself or recognize yourself. On the S5, 2.1 megapixel sensor, which records also full HD, is under normal conditions the better choice. Just keep in mind, definitely front and back side, the M9 does not even come close, in my opinion, to the camera and picture quality of the S5. Let's talk a little bit about hardware and performance. The HTC One M9 got the new Snapdragon 810 and 3 GB of RAM, and it's just smooth and fast, and it switches apps. All HTC One devices, the M7, M8 were fast, and the M9 is fast too. Daily normal usage, it's just fantastic. The S5 got the old Snapdragon 810 and 2 GB of RAM, and it is still fast. It's a high-end smartphone. It's fast enough for all the stuff that you want to do with your smartphone. But in direct comparison, the M9 is a tiny little bit smoother. It just runs more fluently. A lot of people think this is about because of the Samsung additional features here and the Samsung Touch Wizard user interface. If you turn those down or if you reduce them, then the S5 runs a little bit more smooth. This is true. You can try this, but under normal conditions, it doesn't matter which phone you pick. But if I have to compare both devices, the M9 runs a little bit faster, a tiny little bit more smooth than the Samsung Galaxy S5. What about battery life? Of course, the S5 is now 1 year old, but I still got my recordings of last year's review and I can compare it with the M9. And I have to say they are really close. Maybe the M9 gives you a little bit more battery, a little bit more standby, and maybe a couple of minutes, maybe 15, let it be 30 minutes more on-screen time. But in comparison, both devices give you, even if you're a hardcore user, you get over the day, and if you use it in standard normally, you get over 2 days out of those devices. But keep in mind, the S5, you can still swap out the battery, and you can, with another battery or with a charging pad or with another back cover, you can add wireless charging to your S5, and this is nice. The HTC M9 still got only the fixed built-in battery, which can't be removed. Now let's talk a little bit about the price. The S5 here in Europe costs around 375 euros new. The M9, of course, this last year it started with 700 euros. Now the M9 starts at around 750. I've already seen some offerings about 700 euros. But just let us say the M9 costs twice as much as the Galaxy S5. Do you get twice as much smartphone for your money? No, in my opinion not. Yes, you get the really good build quality, you get the aluminium, you get this whole aluminium body thing, you get the different form factor, you get the 2 great front-facing speakers, and you get the smooth and the newest hardware. Yes. But is it really worth twice your money? In my opinion, not. Because even if it wouldn't cost twice as much, the cameras of the M9 is for me a no-go. The camera quality, front and back side of the S5 is way better for normal daily usage, in my opinion. You get a lot of extra gimmicks with the S5. You can a lot of Samsung gimmicks. You can exchange the battery. Of course, both devices got micro SD card slots. And yes, it's a little bit sad that you got only a mono speaker and that you got this a lot of plastic build. Yes, I know, but for half the money, I'm willing to spend less money for less build quality or less material quality. So in my opinion, do you need to switch, or do you have to switch, or should you switch from S5 to the M9? No way, never ever. In my no, don't do it. If you now want to buy a new phone and you got a lot of money for the M9 and you got lesser money for the S5, then I just ask one thing of you: check out the camera and video quality of the M9. Please do this and figure out if the camera quality is enough and sufficient for you. And if you just want to save money and get a great phone with great cameras, then just hit it, get the S5. So this is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye.